Live in studio is Kipchumba Murkomen, Elgeyo Marakwet Senator, and joining us remotely is David Murathe, the Vice Chair of the Jubilee Party, for what I trust will be a civil conversation. Of course, 6 out of 7 counties so far have passed the BBI bill. So, gentlemen, it seems like smooth sailing so far. Let me get your reactions on this. Kipchumba Murkomen, let me start with you.
I don't know why you want me to react. To react to what? That 6 counties out of 7 have...
Was that your expectation? Are you surprised? Or
no, I'm not surprised. And there is nothing surprising about what's going to happen about this BBI bill. What will surprise many people is the fact that they have been trying to frame a contest. And I can see most of you, even the media houses, are struggling to frame a contest, which is a contest between this wing of politicians with the other wing of politicians, instead of focusing on the contents and the interests of the people that are represented by the MCA. So
I disagree with that. I've had many shows here where we went deep into the document, even just 2 weeks ago.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, why people want to get surprised is the fact that, you expect this versus that. But in terms of the decisions that MCAs are going to make, nothing surprises me, because most of the MCAs are going to make decisions based on their various interests, whether it is the interest of the MCAs as an institution or the people they represent in their county assemblies.
Okay, let me get also a quick response from David Murathe, Jubilee Vice Chair. Thanks for joining us as well. Your thoughts? 6 out of 7 counties so far have passed the bill. How do you see this playing out moving forward? David Murathe.
I think my friend needs to be very candid about what it is in the BBI that they do not like. What is it in the BBI that is wrong? What is it in the BBI that is contentious? And why, for example, if they're talking about a consensus document, why is it that all the rallies they are holding are anti-BBI? I don't get it.
Okay.
Did you get the question really? I don't think, David, you understood the question. You answered the question. You have drifted.
The question is, 6 out of 7 so far have passed. Murkomen, you know the process. You know this thing started with signatures. You tried to sabotage them. It didn't work. It then went down to the county assemblies. It went to the IBC, who verified and sent it to the county assemblies. They are doing public participation. From public participation, they are coming to the assemblies to vote for or against. Last week, you are gloating all over about Baringo, which was a non-event. They know why they are voting for it. Don't say they are voting for it because of personal interest. They are representatives of their people. And that is why I went straight to the crux of the issue. Tell the MCAs, tell the county assemblies who have not voted, what is it in the BBI that you find is wrong, and persuade them to vote against it. 6 out of 7.
David Murathe, let me ask you this.
And more is coming.
Let me ask you this before Murkomen says something. Wouldn't it be easier to justify that MCAs don't have other interests if the car grant issue was still not very fresh in the minds of Kenyans? Because many Kenyans believe the car grants may have played a role in convincing some MCAs that you must support this.
A lot of MCAs already have vehicles, my friend. It is an entitlement like any member of parliament. Those guys get 7 million grants. They get a house, I don't know, 20, 30 million. What is wrong with giving the person at the grassroots who is interacting with the people, who needs to move from ridge to ridge? These guys even get mileage. I'm not even sure the MCAs have mileage in their package. Most of these MPAs are honorable. They are fit to be members of parliament. Why are you dismissing them and diminishing their status in society?
Okay, Murkomen, you want to respond?
No, I think David is already in a combative mood and already has a set of issues he wants to address. Your question was very categorical. Are we surprised that there are 6 out of 7? What do we make out of the 6 out of 7? For me, I make out of the 6 counties, 6 out of the 7 counties who have passed, I believe that it's because they have considered the interests that affect the county assembly, that includes the concerns they have about about the constitutional bill, the questions about distribution of resources. I also believe that they have considered what their constituents want. And whether they made the right decision or not, this is one of the steps towards the process that is required for constitutional amendment. So there is nothing to read more than to appreciate that some county assemblies think that this is positive, some other county assemblies think it's negative. It doesn't mean that those who are saying that it is no are wrong, or that those who are saying yes are wrong. It's just a process of constitutional making, and it's one of the processes towards constitutional making. I am sure later, Waiga, you are going to raise issues, what issues I have with the BBI process. That will be a different debate. That's a different debate. The debate we're having at the moment is that 6 out of 7 counties have voted yes to the referendum law. Is it something surprising? Is it mysterious? Is it great? It's nothing there. It's about just a process that some county assemblies have agreed, others have not agreed to, and none is wrong and none is better than the other. It is, each one of them is responding to a constitutional call and looking at the interests of the voters on the ground, and there is no one who is right or wrong by virtue of that decision.
David Murathe, even as you respond to that, another story that we've just carried is about the possibility of a new third formation featuring the leadership of KANU, Wiper, ANC, Ford Kenya. They are campaigning together. What do you make of this alliance? We have seen Kalonzo there, Mudavadi, Wetangula, Gideon Moi. What do you make of it?
I have said this before, and I'll say it again, that there will be new political formations before the next election. It just follows birds of a feather flocking together. And they have a similar agenda. Now we have a formation of hustlers. Now we have another formation of like-minded. Probably you'll get another formation coming up. So I'm not surprised that Gideon, Weta, Kalonzo, and Musalia would make that pronouncement. I hope their doors are not closed for other people who may want to become part of that political formation.
Okay, and Murkomen, you have anything to say on that briefly before we are going to get deeper into this a bit later on?
I congratulate our friends for reorganizing themselves as early as this. I can see that is the former or the existing, or I don't know what it is, NASA coalition, and I think that the only person missing there is Baba. So we would be more than happy if NASA can flock together, they can think together, they can come together, because this country needs only 2, 3, or at most 4 huge political parties that can compete around ideas. And I'm happy that David recognizes easily that those who are coalescing around the hustler ideology and hustler empowerment already have a formation. And then those who are now coalescing around NASA have their formation. And I am very happy that our friends are coming together. We wish them well. That is the kind of Kenya we want. We now want them to move from 3 men coming together or 4 men coming together to now what is their ideology.
Okay.
I see they are calling themselves third horse. Why should they be the third horse? I think they should invite Baba, be part of that group. Then we have 2 horses to start with, as we did in 2017.
We have spoken about the contents of the BBI. It's been hinted at, and the ideologies of whoever will be pitching to lead the country moving forward after 2022. We get deeper into that a bit later on in the